and we are back with episode 6 of Techopolis, and I prepared all the things that is hopefully necessary for us to get straight into refined storage straight away. So let's get crafting all the things that we need. We're going to need some of these machine casings. I can't remember how many, so let's make 4. We're going to need a disk drive, a controller, and a crafting grid, which is going to be a normal grid, which is one of these destruction cores, and a construction core. And then I need, what was it, with some glass on it. Let's make the crafting grid. We're also going to need a crafting table. Like so, and like so. So there are the 3 main items that we need. And now we're going to want to make, let's make sure we're going down the quest line properly. And now I've got to make a wrench. Make the wrench as well. So that's unfortunate. We're going to have to make another grid. It's okay, we can make like a fluid grid or something. Or a crafting view, I think. We need another one of these dusts. I've been making a couple over here. Let's get another grid. Some more glass. Because we're going to want to make a pattern grid anyway. Just need a pattern for. Just need glass for. And some redstone. So that's how we're going to use the crafters and the other stuff. So we can do auto crafting. Then we want some cable. Just going to need redstone and glass for once again. Don't have much glass left. Let's just make a bunch. And then we're going to want to make this 1K drive. I want us to make an actual drive. We need more glass. We get some sand from over here. Start smelting up some glass, and I should have enough processors to make a 64K storage. I hope. So whilst we wait for that glass to cook up, we can set up this refined storage system. Where do we want this? We're gonna want it close to this line of coal here, so we can pull in some coal, or we can pull in coal from over there and have it here. I think we might. So let's have it here. Let's have the controller there. We're gonna want the disk drive there, and we're gonna want the crafting grid there, and then the pattern grid on top. And now we need a generator of some sort. That's not going to produce enough power to keep up. So we're going to need to make a Stirling generator, which is a normal generator, iron gear. That's okay. Grab out an iron gear. Like so, get some iron. I think it was 2 stone as well. Lovely. So there's that. Then we're going to want to place that here. Rotate it. Then we're going to want to grab out a bunch of bloody logistical whatevers. I did get some cows and some other stuff to spawn in here. So this has been running, and we've got a bunch of mob essence, and that's full at the moment because we need to get some of the better tanks and stuff. So we need to connect that generator up to this. Shouldn't be too difficult. This should now start getting some coal from that miner. As you can see, it's coming along. And that'll power our refined storage system. I think we're also going to want to make some external storages, which are a bit of a pain in the bum. What I'm probably going to do is I'm going to link everything up. Once we've changed these over between episodes, I'm going to link everything up with trim. So then we should be able to just connect to this one controller. And then everything should be alright after that point. We will probably move all these drawers to an area underneath and stuff so they're not seen. Once we get the refined storage up properly. Just like so. So we're going to want to grab glass. Because that way, we need 54 of these in total. I think, or was it 27? Might have just been 27. Let's make 1K. And then let's slowly work up the ranks. Yeah, it was 27. I'm going to make 2 of those. I need another. 1 more of these processors. Lovely. And we can make the last 16K. And we can make a 64K. Just like so. Lovely. Then we can chuck those in here. And now we can just do the good old dumping of all the items straight into there. Which is bloody great. Once again, we're back on refined storage. And this is how I was doing my quartz-rich iron, by the way. I just chuck a bunch of quartz in this chest, it'd cook out, pulled it out with this cable, with this fluid pipe, and then into a fluid crafter that had iron pumping in the top. Which we don't actually need this here anymore. Lovely. Dump all this stuff back in here. This is great, we're now back to being able to just chuck everything in one place again. So with refined storage now, we'll probably get into next episode now. Because I need to get a lot of things set up. Get into all the processing of all the ores, which means I'm going to have to change all these over to the better little 5x5 areas so we can make some better miners. And then we're going to want to have everything link up to refined storage and go through that big crusher and all that kind of stuff. We're probably going to need to set up 2 crushers. And there's a certain thing we can do with an item batch, so it only sends a certain amount of things at a time. And that way we can get all the stuff processing. We probably are going to use these crushers, so I'll probably set up an area of lava like this with these thermo generators, which will just power 2 crushers, and then the crushers will go straight into, I don't know, maybe one of these big furnaces, or maybe just, probably not into a smelter because that takes quite a while. Then I'll have to have a look. They're a good way of smelting a lot of stuff. Maybe just this big furnace with these upgrades in. And then we can just have coal being pumped in from the coal miner. Because we're not going to need to crush everything. Well, we can have coal exported into this, so to say. And then just all the items pulled out into a drawer controller where they'll all be stored. And once we have all the items automated, we can then change up some of these systems up here. Maybe not the treated wood, the treated wood's going to stay. But the steel production especially, we can move this to a better location. And we can automate steel with like a detector so it only does a certain... I think this chest is a bit full. We can then automate steel. And that, once we've automated steel, that's pretty much all of the basic Techium completely automated. Just chuck some of this stuff in here. And then for the advanced Techium, there's not much that we need to do to fully automate that either. So if we have a look, what have we got already done? So the basic Techium would go into plates, obviously. So we'd probably keep like 100 of this in the system. And then start to craft advanced techium. So the obsidian's done, the steel would be done, the aluminum would be done. It just needs to be automatically pushed into plates. The invar and the Constantine would just be an induction smelter. There's quite a lot of little processes, and we're going to need to set up like a big area for each of them. So I'll probably make... I don't know how I'm going to do it, to be honest. I'd probably have a big area for do the basic techium, then another area on the other side for do the advanced, and so on and so forth. We'll see as we get to it. But I think for today, the next things we're going to want to get into, I don't think we're going to bother with the wireless for now. But we're going to want to get into... I think we're going into tier 4 now, aren't we? Which is elite techium, which is right here. The Signalium is pretty easy. It's just redstone, silver, and copper. So let's get some of that on the go. Redstone, copper, silver. So let's chuck some redstone in there. Let's just cook pretty quick. And we'll get some Signalium on the go. Because for the elite, let's have a look what it takes for the elite. It's going to take the advanced plate, obviously. It takes 8 of this crystalline, printed silicon, sawdust. So the sawdust is easy. That is just wood through a pulverizer. The Signalium plates are easy. We just make Signalium in probably an induction smelter, and then if that's it. It's a lot of things we need to get set up. So we're going to need to make a proper area where we can make a lot of power. Do we have? We do have wireless power in this. And how is it we go about getting flux? Holy moly, that's a lot. Okay, we can't get into wireless power yet. And we'll need a big area where we can set up a load of power, probably just with those thermo generators. So I'll have to make a bunch of the magmatics, and they just get upgraded to these. And these are 45. Or do we not have? I think we have some kind of... Yeah, we do. We have these lapidary dynamos, which just run off lapis. And once we get a faster... if we get a better miner, we'll produce plenty of lapis to provide power. So we might do this instead. These are dead easy. They're just redstone and gold and the fluid crafter to make these flux coils. So that may be what we do instead. Go with these lapidary dynamos. I think what we're going to want to do straight away, we're going to need a nice big redesign of the base, I think. Well, maybe not a redesign, say moving everything around, but mainly this area up here. We'll get rid of this steel production. We'll get rid of this whole power production thing here. We'll have to move the crusher. We'll probably move these aqua bricks. No, we won't because the stone's here. Maybe we'll keep this crusher here. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet. I'll have to have a think in between episodes, but I think we'll get some Signalium made. Just to have some. And then I shall change these areas over, and we'll get into some faster miners today, I think. And some better power, maybe. Hello? Is there not enough redstone in there? Thought that was what Signalium was. Redstone, silver, and copper. Silver, copper, redstone. Why is it not combining? Does it take a lot of redstone? No, that should be 1 silver, 3 copper. Ah, I see. We need blazing blood, which we need to get blaze heads for, which you buy from here for a lot of tech books. So maybe we're not getting into Signalium right now. Right, so let's make these minor areas a bit bigger. All to 5x5s. All I'm gonna do, I'll just disconnect these. I'm just gonna break all of the logs, then I'll break all of the stone brick, and I'll just make the areas much bigger. So I'm gonna have to keep going back and repairing me pickaxe. I'll probably have to make a couple of the advanced Techium pickaxe to pick up all the ores as well. And we'll set them all. Oopsie. We'll set them all up and connect them all up to the refined storage system, I think, which is going to be a load more of that crystalline stuff, which is not too bad to make. I have started to crush up all of the stuff that we need to make a bunch of it, and then we just need molten glass, which is easily done. So I think what we can do is we can do a system like we did with stone block, with the detectors and the crafters and all that kind of stuff, so we can have a certain amount of everything in the system at a time. Because now we have advanced tech and we can make all like the thermal machines and stuff. So I'll probably make an area. Do we go up? I might go up. Might make a layer above once we've done these miners, where we can get some thermal machines going. For this, I don't think I can actually get a magnet. I could rebuy all these ores. It's not a big issue. But I do want to move them up as well. Don't know, honestly. I may. Yeah, we'll just break them and see where we are. I think so. Bear this guy. Missed a couple of pieces of wood back here. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty easy to do. I say a lot of them are also done, but we're gonna have to move from this front edge, from this miner here. We're gonna have to move them all along, I think. I think we are gonna end up. I think we're out of coal. That's why we're not making more cedar bricks. Yeah, can't wait till I change this to a redstone furnace as well. So I think we're gonna end up completely just breaking all of these, and if they fall into the void, they fall into the void. We can buy more. We've got plenty of tech books and spare Techium, like. We've got what? Still got 49 and 42 of those before we have to make another batch. I think we've still got some more up in there, some more advanced in the crafter. So there's all that broke. Then we're gonna want to go along and pick up all the miners. I need to make a better pickaxe, really. Because breaking the miners is sort of slow. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'll break all these miners, I'll move all the ores so they're all in 5x5s, and we're going to make, what miner can we go up to? Miners, faster miners. We can do the steel ones easily. We could even do the fluix ones if we had enough fluix. But I say they all require power at this point, as soon as you get into the advanced miner. That's fine, because we'll set up an area underneath with a load of those thermo generators where we can just pull power up and probably behind. Which wireless power is going to be the big thing, which will be a little while. Yeah, I think wireless power will be so. So yeah, we'll probably go up to the steel, just do the steel miner, the elite one, and then pump and fall of power just from either lava or from lapis. Because they should be pretty quick. Yeah, because the Supreme has these flux boxes. These are flux boxes. I think flux is pretty expensive. It's only 4. How many flux boxes does it take? It takes 8. It takes 8 flux boxes, which means we need 32 flux, which is... That's not too bad. Half a stack of quartz and half a stack of charge circuit quartz to get the flux. I haven't AFK'd much, so we don't have too much quartz. Got 3 stacks 64. We can do a couple of the miners as the elite. So I'll change all these over to 5x5s. I won't place any of the ores back. We'll make this a sorted crystal one, an elite miner. So we can get more of this quartz and stuff. I'll make a big platform underneath where we can start making a lot of power. Probably just with lapis generators. So I'll do the lapis, which is over there, and this assorted crystal one. I'll turn those into an elite miner. I did actually still need that wood, because we're going to keep the pathways how they are. We're just going to move all the ores. It's fine. So I'll be back once I've broken all the ores and I've made all the little areas and stuff where the new ones are going to go. And we're probably not, I don't know if we should sink them into the ground like we've done with these. I might raise them up so we can see them all. So now we've got to get to the miners, haven't we? Now I'll leave them at this level. How high are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? So there's 7 blocks without the miners, so I'd need to make a platform that's 7 blocks below. 7 blocks down from this, so 2 blocks lower than this stone. And then we can have the miners down there, and they'll just end like they are now, with 3 at the top. So that's fine. Okay, so I'll be back once this is all set up and ready. And just like so, they're all gone. But before I show you where they are, I do need to make the first one of our machines from mechanism here, which is going to be a redstone furnace. Because I have everything all set up and ready, apart from what's that machine called? Packager, is it not? No, I have one somewhere. Maybe I don't. It's not a packager, it's a factory. It's called a factory. Let's have a look, see if our factory's in here. I don't know where that factory's gone. I had one from when I removed it from the seared bricks. Okay, a block of tin, wooden hoppers, crafting tables. We don't have any tin. Now that is typical. I'm cooking up a bunch of bronze at the moment. In here, I made up an absolute crap ton once again, and it's very slowly processing in there. And I've got it coming out in block form as well, because we need to what am I trying to say? Need to make a lot more basic techium, which I am doing up here, but I've filled these chests up with some stuff, but we're out of bronze again. So what was low then? Stone. Right. So down below, we can now set this up once we get a factory. We've got 3 hoppers in there. It's alright, isn't it? Factory is going to be just some crafting tables. And then the block of tin we need from in here. Just waiting on. Come on, take your time. But yeah, all of this kind of like messy stuff up here, like this lava power especially, is probably going to be moved very soon. And we may move this little scrap factory soon as well, and make it so we have more recyclers and some that kind of stuff. And the treated wood production, do we move? I don't think we're going to move that. It's not too difficult to set up again, but this treated wood and maybe this steel production we might keep here. Because this is, what, in 2 of these little 5x5 bays that we've got going, and that's it. So we could have this here, we could move this power production, move the obsidian production over into this little bay and this little bay, and then we can move the crusher, which we'll need probably 2 of, move them down below. Then that's what we shall do. I'll do that in between episodes, I think. And then we'll probably have this little scrap area, we'll move that down the bottom so we can make it a bit bigger, and then we've got 2 little bays here for starting the automation of basic techium, I think. Well, doing the automation of basic techium, because that way we're close to the treated wood. And the other stuff we can just probably export out of the system. Do we have enough? Yes, we do. Lovely. So let's make this factory, and I'll show you down below. So I went away from doing the power with the lapis generators, and I've gone for these thermo generators. So I haven't made all of them. I've just done a good few. We're going to fill this area in, and this will do is our power. The water's coming from there. Now, I tried to connect up this. I made one external storage and tried to connect up it all to the refined storage system, but for some reason the trim does not want to connect to all of these drawers. I think they're too far away. What I've done is these 2 cubes of stone and cobblestone I've kept the same, and then These are the... I had to go with the advanced, whatever these are. The elite miners. Because obviously we don't have the stuff to do the fluix blocks, and well, we do have the stuff, but we have to wait. We need to do the fluix blocks and the body bar. So I went with the elite ones. They're good enough. These will fill up quickly at a decent rate over time, which we should be fine. But I've got these all connected underneath with trim, with just the draw trim, and then it connects up and comes up here. But I don't know why, but the actual refined storage system is not reading everything. Because all the clusters, it's reading all the stuff out of these drawers here, and I think it looks like it's going up to the coal. Because we're seeing the coal, we're seeing the stone, we're seeing the cobble, we're seeing the lapis. I think it's literally coming up to here and then stopping. So this is the furthest it goes, is these two drawers. It ain't reading any of the rest, which is fine. It just means that I've got to make a bunch of external storages and stick them on the bottom, which is a lot more work than you'd think, because you need to. These are fine. These processors are fine, but it's this crystalline dust here. I've crushed up a bunch of this stuff. I just need to wait for the smelter to be free so I can make a bunch of molten glass, and then I'll be able to make the external storages for all of these, and we'll get rid of this trim and just connect them up with a cable. So that should be fine. We are going to get rid of these sets of drawers here soon as well. What I haven't done is dumped all my stuff into my system. Okay, so for some reason as well, my achievements have reset. Not my actual in-game achievements, just my normal Minecraft achievements. They reset for some reason. We'll move all this stuff in a sec. I forgot to do that. But what we need to do, everything is just being piped down from the miners into the drawers, apart from the seared bricks over here, because I haven't set up this, because I wanted to make a redstone furnace. So all we're going to do is have a redstone furnace. It's going to get power. It's not going to look the best. It's going to have to get power from here. Just like so. And we'll just set this to, we can actually bring it one further down, and we can just auto output to there. Let's pull this down. Pull this down the block. Then what we can do is we can set it to input there, output there, and then that'll receive the grout from here and just go straight into there. So we want that, and then we're going to want to hop up here. We want to grab some of this, this, and this. We want to set this recipe. Oh, didn't know you could do that. Oh, like that, like that, and like that. Check. And then we just want to connect up these like so. And that should start pulling things like this. So I'll start pulling it out, it'll go into there, get cooked up in the redstone furnace. And we're there. The grout should get crafted. Let's manually put some of that in. The grouts come out, go into there, get cooked, and go straight out into that drawer, which is fine. Well, fine, which is great, should I say. I'll keep one of those on us. But yeah, everything else is set up the same way it was. We've got all this stuff building up again. Oh, there's no drawer upgrades in that one. They're the templates. I have no other drawer upgrades. Let's just plonk a void on it for now. So yeah, that's where we're at. I think next what I want to do is we're going to have some, like we've got this little 9x9 here. Probably going to have another 9x9 this side, and then maybe 2 more this way as well. So we can set up the crushers for the automation of the crushing of all the ores once we've got the external storage on next episode. And then we can set up, hopefully we can set up basic tech in pretty easily now, because we have everything now, don't we? Every single thing is now automated, apart from bronze, yes. And bronze we just need to do in an induction smelter once we have the ore processing going, which is easy enough. The induction smelter is not too difficult. Just one of these again. We're not going to need too many. We're going to need... How many induction smelters in total are we going to need? If we do the elite and the advanced. If we do the basic and the advanced. So if we can, we might do... automate both the basic and the advanced next episode. For the basic, we need bronze, so that's 1. And for this one, I think we need 2, don't we? We need 3. So you need 1 for Invar, 1 for Constantan, and 1 for steel, because you can do steel in the induction. No, you can't. Oh, so we'll have to pull the blast furnace down here and... Oh, yes. So yeah, we'll have to do the steel in the blast furnace no matter what. So we're just going to need the 3 then, aren't we? Invar, Constantan, and then... Yeah. And then... What was the other one? Bronze. And then for do this, we're just going to put it in a multi-servo press with a gear thing. For do the Constantan gears, the same for the aluminum plates for the advanced. It just goes in a press and just turns straight into plates, and the presses are pretty easy. So I just need to make a bunch more fluics, some more machine cases. So I'll work out, well, I won't work it out, but I'll build the platform, and we're going to need external storages, we're going to need detectors, because we're going to want to keep a certain amount of all these resources in the system at all time, a certain amount of resources in the system at all time. So we've constantly got everything we need, and we'll need a bunch of externals. I'm probably going to need to make close to a stack of external storages and exporters and a load of detectors and a bunch of these machines. Is there anything else that we can crack on with? That was the starting off of the thermal. Yeah, because we're going to need a magma crucible to make, because especially when we get... I think none of this stuff will need magma crucible for, but we'll need a press to make those. Because obviously I'll just keep with the detector like 100 of those in the system, and we'll have it go through the whole process like we did with stone block. And then we're going to need for the resource combiners to actually make this, it's just water and lava in it. Yeah, water for that, lava for that. That's completely fine, because we'll just do it as we're doing it now up the top. So that's fine. So we should hopefully be able to get basic techium and advanced techium both automated next episode, which will be bloody lovely. So what can we do in the meantime? I think that's just the next step. That's what we've got to do next. That's it. Yeah, so once we've got those two automated, we're on to elite techium, and I want to get them fully automated. So up the top, we could do a bit of cleanup. Look, we are getting some mobs spawning out there now. We're gonna have to get some torches down. Oh, we could have the things up here, where we automate the ores up here. No, because it seems that we've got this big walkway that we're not using. That might be a better idea. What I need to go along and place a bloody torch on all these. Don't know where that's just come from. Ow! What the heck? The heck was that shooting me? Some crazy skeleton somewhere. We're going to grab some more torches as well. Oh, let's grab some more torches. Get rid of this marker. I think that's what I'll do. I think we'll have the automation for stuff along this big walkway above where all these resources are. And I have to have a look how we're going to do it. I know we're going to have to use the item batcher that we made, so it only pulls in a certain amount of stuff, and we don't just constantly keep crushing one thing. We'll just connect up power with this. I'll make finish off the rest of those generators, and we'll connect the power up to that, because wireless power is a long ways away. And we'll probably just have it up here. What I'm going to do is probably going to get rid of all these. Do I want to get rid of all these drawers? I think we can, can't we now? Because we're going to have a new drawer system for storing all the stuff, probably underneath. So I'll have external storages on all of these drawers. and all the things that we have to crush we'll just export in, which is fine. And then we'll have all of them go into a redstone furnace, or maybe a couple of redstone furnaces, depending on. We're going to need a redstone furnace for like each bloody ingot, aren't we? I'll have a look at how we're going to do it. I'll set up some platforms and stuff in between episodes. I think we'll be alright. So I think that is going to do us for today. So I thank you ever so much for watching, and I shall see you all in the next episode. Adios.